So this past Sunday, we talked about what it means to cultivate the fruit of kindness and goodness in the midst of a world that is fairly short-tempered. And I think one of the best ways to do that is to actually think about people as other people and to put ourselves in their shoes, trying to understand where they're coming from, what they're dealing with, and what they're wrestling with. This isn't all that easy, particularly when we are already stressed with all kinds of things, and many of us don't actually feel heard by ourselves. So we want to make it clear that other people can understand and hear the things that we're going through, because after all, we are going through, many of us, a time in which we're just frazzled and frustrated. Some of us are going through some really hard times and some big difficulties. And so the encouragement is to find ways to extend the same kind of grace to others that we want from them. This isn't all that easy, though. Now, it might not be easy, but it's not impossible. And there are ways for us to be able to cultivate that ability to see into somebody else's life. And some of that is having conversations, and we've talked about this quite a bit, just actually asking people what's going on in their lives and listening to see how they are doing. Another way is to make up stories for other people. I once had a coach who wanted to cultivate that kind of empathy in my life, because I had said that was one of the things I was wrestling with, trying to be able to see or experience what somebody else was going through. So she said, okay, go down to the local coffee shop, sit down with a notebook, and start to make up stories for the people that are around you. Where did they come from? Where are they going? How many people are in their family? What's their relationship with their parents or with their children like? How are things going at work for them? I mean, there's all kinds of things that you can just make up and it doesn't really matter. But the point is, it helps you to then think about other people as more than just what happens or the way that they encounter you right then. It helps you to think about other people as a larger ecosystem, as a part of something bigger, and that they are carrying a whole lot of things around as well. And so this week, as we think about reaching into one another and being kind and good towards one another, I would encourage you to do that, to think about what other people are going through and imagine what it must be like to be in their shoes. After all, I mean, this is a good thing for all of us to do, but as Christians, we are commanded to. The great commandment is to love one another as Jesus has loved us, and to serve one another. The least we can do then is to be kind. If this is helpful for you and you are encouraged by these kinds of short thoughts that we've been doing, I'd encourage you to subscribe and maybe share in the comments or talk to somebody else about some of the ways in which you've encountered someone and been surprised by their story.